Hey, my name is Jonathan Burke, and I am currently starring as Pharus Jonathan Young in Choir Boy at Manhattan Theater Club's Samuel J. Friedman Theater, now until March 10th, 2019. I first decided I wanted to be an actor a long time ago in middle school. Sixth grade in Baltimore, Maryland, at the Cardinal Sheehan School, my musical theater director, Kenyatta Hardison, saw some talent in me and cast me in a production of Motown Spectacular in which we were portraying Motown artists and singing their songs. So I played Stevie Wonder and I sang My Sherry Amore, and I'll never forget it. The first time that I came on stage sang that song, the audience erupted with so much applause, standing ovation. People wanted my autograph after the show. And in that moment I said, this is something that I could do for the rest of my life. I could get used to this. So from there on, Kenyatta Hardison nurtured the talents that I had, and I auditioned for the Baltimore School for the Arts for high school. Got accepted there, went there and majored in acting, loved my time at the Baltimore School for the Arts. Then decided I wanted to major in theater in college, so I attended Ithaca College, where I got a BFA in musical theater. There for 4 years, loved my experience there, and before graduating I actually got cast in the national tour of Cats, the musical, as Mungo Jerry, which was a blessing. And right after graduation I went on tour for a year, did that, saw the country, lived my best life on the road, and then I moved to New York City to finally kind of focus on realizing the dream of making it to Broadway. So then I did several other tours over the years between then and now. I did a tour of Mary Poppins, I did a tour of Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, and A Christmas Story the Musical, as well as many regional productions around the country. And then finally, in 2016, I was cast in my first Broadway show, which was called Tuck Everlasting, which is based upon a book of the same name. It was an original musical, and it was a dream come true. I was in the ensemble of that piece. But right before the show opened, I broke my foot. So I ended up not actually stepping foot onto the stage because I didn't heal until the week that the show closed on Broadway. Unfortunately, the sales weren't as great as we had intended, so the show closed earlier than we had hoped, and I was on medical leave for the 2 months that it ran. So I actually never performed the piece for a paying audience, which was kind of devastating, but also at the same time I knew that there was a reason that it didn't work out the way that I had thought it would. There was a greater plan for my life, and that I would have a Broadway debut that was special. So flash forward to 2 years later, 2018, they announced that Choir Boy was coming to Broadway, and I auditioned, and I was cast as the ensemble understudy for the leading role of Pharus Jonathan Young. Now, that was a dream in itself, just to be on Broadway in such a phenomenal, important piece written by Tarell Alvin McCraney, who is a genius, and everyone should know his name. He won an Academy Award for Moonlight, writing that. So this was a dream come true. And then I found out that the leading actor would be leaving the show to perform another piece, so I got bumped up to the leading role, which is where I am today, starring on Broadway in an original play about a black high school in which the lead character is finding his self, what it means to be a man, what it means to grow up in America, with the odds kind of stacked against you. And so it's been a dream telling this story with my brothers every day and sharing this with the world and being able to represent something that's not often represented on a Broadway stage. And so onward and upward from here. The show closes March 10th. And onward to a new production of Toni Stone at the Roundabout Theater Company here in New York City, as well at the Pels Theater. And that is about the first female professional baseball player in the Negro League. So I'm going to play one of her teammates, and that begins performances in May. So come check that one out if you miss Choir Boy. you'll have another opportunity to see me on the stage in New York.
Thank you so much. That was great.
Thanks.
Sometimes I'm tossed and driven, Lord. Sometimes I don't know where to go. My mother, my father won't own me, so I'll try to make heaven my home.
Ringing them bells.
Rocking in the land.
Hey.